All right, hello guys. We're live right now with Tropical Depression 6. Let me mute this real quick because that is going to be insanely loud if I let that go. Okay, as viewers start to roll in, we're going to take a look right now and see if the GFS has started to update yet. Let's see, what time is it? Not expecting the 18Z to start coming out yet, but it will most likely during this live stream. Here's what we've got going on right about now. Now, something interesting to note is within the last couple of hours, it has started to explode right here off the Cape Verde Islands. Correct me if I'm saying that right or wrong, by the way, but that's what I've always called them. Now, we've got, like I said, explosion right here of just thunderstorms, very concentrated right here, and you can see rotation. So I'm expecting to see some pretty good rotation by the morning. Okay, looks like everything is going as planned. Let me hide that real quick. Cool. If you have any questions, let me know. If you just want to say hi, you can go ahead and do that. We're going to get rolling here. Beautiful storm. Right in the main development region. Very classic place for a storm to start. I do not think it'll hit Florida. That's not looking too likely right now. Yeah, not looking too likely. But I think that the U.S. is kind of, for the most part, out of the equation. Maybe there's a small % chance that it would, but right, Roger, stay tuned in this video. I will have some information available for you. I know you would like this. Some trees in the northeast are starting to turn yellow. Yeah. Now that we're getting into September, probably the maples are starting to turn yellow. Okay, happy to see it pulled north. Can you talk about the storm that... Yeah. We'll actually pull the Euro up. Was that 12Z that it showed that, or do you know? It's heading to the Bahamas that may affect Florida or Atlanta. What system is that? Just curious. Okay. As I let the comments accumulate a little bit, again, we're getting probably 20 more viewers since the last time I showed this, so a lot of explosive thunderstorms starting to appear here south of Cape Verde Islands, and you can see a lot of rotation going on. And it goes to night, so it gets kind of low res. I don't really know the reason behind that, but I know that it does. As soon as it gets to night, it kind of tries to brighten it up, and then it gets really low res. Probably it can't, it's probably when it makes it bright, it lowers the quality or something. But they do a pretty good job of brightening it back up. We're going to go ahead and look at NOAA's update. If I say or a lot, I apologize. I'm just trying to think a lot of the time, and when I make videos, it's easier for me to just stay concentrated on what I'm trying to say because I've already had it planned out, but this is kind of just going with the flow, so I might have a few quiet moments where I can't really think of anything to say, and I apologize for that, as Reed Timmery is live as well. So we're expected to become a tropical storm very, very quickly. Very quickly. Probably by tomorrow morning at least, from what I've heard. So probably overnight we will kind of crest into that area as far as intensity goes. The 12Z. Okay, we will check that out in just a moment. Actually, I know what I'll do. if I can. Okay. Wait. Global might be global might be a bit much. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. That's good. Actually, you know what? I'd rather just do this through Tropical Tidbits. I find it an easier website. Forgot that the ECMWF is even on this. So here's the 12Z. Oh yeah, there it is. Interesting. Actually, I will just pull the comments up on my phone. That'll make things a lot easier so I don't have to keep clicking on and off of what I'm trying to talk about. Sorry for the snow thumbnail, by the way. I don't know why it always does that no matter what. I think it's because it's my background. That's like what it makes your thumbnail every time for some reason. But yeah, I'll close out of this because I think it's lagging up the thing anyway. So I'll just have it on my phone. Again, here's satellite looking beautiful. If you guys have any questions about, like, you know, where this storm might go, what I think it'll do, or anything you can think of, go ahead. That would be perfectly fine. But again, here's the cone that the National Hurricane Center has predicted. It's going to take a northern trek here and most likely curl back out to sea again. But all things are possible. So we'll have to see what it does. It looks like it'll have a more western track than 6. Yeah, it is a bit far out though, but I see what you're saying. As here's 6, and really the Euro takes this thing like way west compared to the GFS, where the GFS would, have it curling at about 40 west up like this. The Euro is taking it out like that, but this one looks to come here, and then you can see the next one is already lined up behind it. It is a bit far out though, September 10th, so we'll be well on our way into September by then. That's actually the peak day, as I call it. And we also have a little area right here that I'd like to discuss a tiny bit. Only a 10% chance, so it's not looking to be like too big of a deal, but it will bring a lot of moisture into Florida and Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. Those areas could be involved in that. And even if it does develop into something, then that would most likely hit those areas. Looking at the Pacific Ocean, you can see we got Hurricane Norman and also an area of 90% chance of development. This is almost certain that this will become a tropical depression or tropical storm. Norman is out here looking great, though I'm more concerned with the Atlantic because usually these Pacific ones don't, especially when they're out here, they don't hit anywhere. Though we just had one almost hit Hawaii. Not directly, but it did affect Hawaii greatly. So you can see Tropical Depression 6. Earlier today, it was just an invest, obviously. Yeah. I wonder, let me think. Who is like sharing the Europeans saying that this might go out there? Because that's 2 people now, so that's kind of crazy that y'all did. You both just like look at the European model, or just curious? Oh, hey, just got here. Oh no, I'm on Texas Gulf Coast. Yeah, well, luckily it looks like you'll stay out of trouble for right now, fortunately. Now GFS is going to try to take this thing on a completely different track than the European does, and really, I like the way the GFS FV3 is looking. It really seems to be doing a better job than the GFS with tropical cyclones so far, and really, quite frankly, what is this, by the way? Never seen this one in my life. This is just an ocean model because it has wave height and yeah, interesting. And I really hope they keep the icon here on this website. Man, you guys with your geoengineering stuff, I hear about that. I get multiple comments a day about geoengineering. Is there like a Facebook group or Reddit page you guys are sharing this on or something? My channel, because there's so many of you people. I can't even believe there's that many people who are into that stuff. Yeah, I saw. Yeah. But let me know, do some of you understand models? What do you guys think about the new GFS upgrade so far? I'd be interested to see you guys' take on that. Wonder where the CMC takes it. Not that I really care at all. Very realistic track. Interesting. The CMC has been known for years. Well, just like the geoengineering thing, like I literally probably have had 100 comments from different people about geoengineering and stuff like that. So I didn't know that there was that many people. So I thought maybe it was shared on a group or something, just because I didn't believe it was that big of a group of people that believed in that. LOL. I think it has been downgrading cyclogenesis a bit more. Yeah. Do you think September and October could get hopping with the storms? I think hmm, I think that I think October could be a big month for sure as we look to get more of the developing storms in the Gulf. But I think that for now we're getting a favorable pattern where these storms are coming off the coast of Africa and they're starting to make their way towards the United States. They're not very successful in this. So we're going to see 6 here very quickly is going to really weaken as it probably past this point. So most likely Wednesday it'll be downgrading at this point because it is going to hit a lot of dry air and high shear. As we can look, let's see right here. I wish it showed how many hours, but we will look at, I don't know why I have so many of those open. Oh my goodness. As we look here, this tells me nothing except for the track. So you see this is about when it hits the right around 120 is when it hits the dry air, maybe a bit before 108, just because of the fact that that's when it starts to weaken. October is always a bad month. I'm in Louisiana. Yeah, especially when I think that there will be a lot of Gulf storms. That's really a good month for that. September, late in the September, I think that we will get things rolling over there. Lots of dust from the sub-Saharan Africa making its way to Texas has dried out all the air and prevented a lot of storms, in my opinion. Yeah, there's especially a lot in the Atlantic as well. That's what's going to keep these storms from being too strong as they cross the ocean, and I think that they might start to strengthen if they make their way into the Gulf, but I don't think anything before that. Been through more October storms in September and November. Calms down. Yeah. Have you heard of a high pressure is settling over the Great Lakes, which favors more landfalls for the U.S.? Yeah, that's mostly, let me see here. That mostly has to do with just the trough. That's a classic pattern, a classic bad hurricane pattern. I think that it mostly will favor the Gulf states and Florida, not so much the East Coast. People will try to hype it up. But let's see. We will go back to the GFS. Go to upper dynamics. Let's see here. So yeah, for a while here, sorry, my computer is very laggy. Uh, Let me see here. Where do you live? Where the news hypes up tropical systems? Anyway, looking here, you can see that there's kind of gonna grow ridging by, where are we at here? It's starting to build now, and it's really gonna keep strengthening. And you can see this is really gonna pull things towards this way, Louisiana, Texas area. It would really favor things to pull that way and really discourage things from hitting the East Coast, this type of pattern. And you will see with the wind in just a second. You'll see the wind isn't too strong, but it's in a clockwise circular motion. I find it interesting the GFS does not have that tropical cyclone that the European has. It has almost nothing, basically. Yeah, let me see if I can get some sort of. Well, here's where we start to see things a little bit better. That's a little high up there, 200 millibars. 500 millibars will probably show a lot more. Man, they don't have one. All right, whatever. Not a big deal. No, we're just trying out from Harvey 1. Figures, though. Yeah, it really just depends if something develops in the Gulf, though. Just because it's favorable doesn't mean something will happen, obviously. So things are favorable to not weaken one, but not really favorable to strengthen anything yet. It's kind of a boring time of year, but things start to wind up right around now. The severe weather season kind of ends for the most part in June or July. And then hurricane season doesn't start till mid-August. This year it started a lot later and a lot less intense. So, it is what it is. August tends to be a boring month for weather. Then September, I'm always just kind of excited for the cold weather anyway. I think the GFS. Are you speaking of the old GFS or the FV3? But unless you're talking about other years. Whatever happened to the ECMWF model? Yeah, the ECMWF is a paid for model. So a lot of people don't have access to that. That's one of the bigger problems. Old GFS. Yeah, the old GFS usually struggles quite a bit. Yeah, most years the Gulf can start getting rolling in August, but not this one. Yeah, things are getting a little bit more active over the ocean. It looked like, I mean, it looked really discouraging for tropical weather people that enjoy tropical weather because not a lot was getting going really. So it's sometimes it feels like it'll never happen. Yeah, yeah. Let me see here. If you look at yeah, there you go. A lot of above average temperatures here in the Gulf and on the East Coast. You can see there's a little bit of cold patches in some areas, but really it's warm, warm, warm in those areas. Yeah, it's going to be a late peak, I think, but the peak will be a lot weaker than it typically is. Like, there's not going to probably be like 3 tropical storms in the ocean at once, like there typically would be, or 4. Irma topped off just shy of a Cat 3 landfall at least in South Florida. Yeah, Irma was a weird one. Irma was hyped up so much, and it hit, and it was crazy, but it was like so hard to forecast. They just couldn't get it right. They really couldn't. And Harvey was weird too, because Harvey just stuck around forever, didn't it? Would And you're going to see a lot of moisture here going into Louisiana, by the way. Very shortly, it it's just going to blow up the next couple of days. I want to see. Oh, yeah, there's that one again. I want to see what this one does with the tropics here in the Gulf. It's raining here now. What do you know? Is there not a Gulf one? Oh, that's unfortunate. We will settle for. Well, this one would have been a good Gulf one, but what did I do? What did I do? It's thunderstorming here, by the way, so if you hear thunder, that's what's going on. Yeah, so it doesn't want to quite get anything going. Do you think the water temperatures could get warmer before the season is out? We'll have to see in a second. I haven't really looked into it, but see, there's pretty much it. What we're talking about here, you see it hits Florida and then Louisiana, but not really notable. Yeah, Hurricane Irene was bad. Scraped the East Coast. Remember 2011 and 2012 winter, very mild. We had snow that winter. Yeah, the one in the Gulf, yeah, there's not really a lot of potential there, but definitely could become something. I wonder how many fish die when a hurricane travels through the Atlantic. Probably like none. Probably doesn't affect them too much. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. I was like 2011, 2012. You must have lived in like the Rocky Mountains if you got snow that winter. Hurricane Katrina was obviously one of the worst as far as like unfortunate positioning and everything pretty much went wrong. The storm itself really didn't have the potential to be, one of the worst storms ever. It's just the man-made stuff that really made it the worst. Harvey was pretty strong. I went through Andrew and Katrina. Yeah. So a lot of times it really just depends. I mean, 2011 to 2012, yeah, that was a weak winter, and yeah, before it had a weak, hurricane season, but every other year seems to be a weak hurricane season. So, and then we get a lot of very cold winters consecutively. Houston this weekend. Okay. I can look into that for you right now. Only because I'm that kind of guy. That kind of guy. As far as, obviously it's going to be hot, so I don't think you need to don't even need me to tell you that. But Houston. This weekend. Okay, so I think that you could see scattered thunderstorms through the morning Saturday and through the afternoon, but really it's going to clear up through the evening and nighttime with maybe a few morning showers on Sunday, but overall Sunday should be a really nice day in Houston. Andrew was bad because they didn't have a hurricane building standard in South Florida, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. All right, more about the storm. Now that the discussion is kind of slowing down. All right, so we have our depression. Again, the cone of uncertainty here is really going to pull this thing northwestward, mostly westward, until about 40 west, and that's going to start its turn, and by 50 west, it should be turning pretty good. At that point, it'll be pointed towards Bermuda, but I expect it to keep going. We have, if we look, I wanted to see this tool real quick that I was looking at earlier. If I can find it. Hate when that happens. Okay, maybe it was this one. No? I don't know. Anyway, there's going to be, most likely, I will use my new favorite model, the new GFS. I hope it's as good as it is now when they update it completely. Talk about 2010 and 2011 seasons. Yeah, I mean, I was 10 and 11 then, so I would have to do my research, but I definitely did not know anything then. I think if the high over the lake holds in the monsoon starts, it'd be bad. October for the Gulf states. Yeah. I do expect for there to be a high pressure system basically over the Great Lakes, mostly over Ohio area, but I get what you're saying. Pretty much that area. It really looks like that should hold through most of September, at least. I think halfway through October we'll start to get more troughing in the east, or at least the central United States. But for the most part, I think that early October is when it would be active anyway. So I kind of get what you're saying, but it's hard to predict tropical storms even 10 days out. So we're really going to have to see. Really going to have to see. Now, I'm going to pull this over the Atlantic Ocean. Here's our storm. You see it stalls out kind of right here, and I'm assuming at this point is when everybody would freak out. And they'd freak out and think that it might turn or do something crazy. This would be a point when it could go in any direction. But then it'll kind of just get dragged in with the rest of this moisture and with this high pressure system. I mean, with this high pressure system, it could go this way ultimately, but it would probably hit Newfoundland and weaken significantly. But I most likely think that it will go that way. As so here's this, and you can see why it would pull it this way, as you kind of have this jet right here that pulls through and whips up right here. Big trough, big time trough right here in Greenland. So this will whip it around really fast and most likely take it this way. See, it kind of disturbs the trough, but ultimately goes like this. And you can see this ridge is still holding strong right there. Is that low pressure area going to be a threat? Not the depression, but right off the coast of Africa. I'll take a look in a second, Hellcat. Why was it so wet and dry? Wait, what? Oh, wet then dry. I think that ultimately it could have been a lot of things. In the summertime, it's a lot of thunderstorms, so you either get not a lot of thunderstorms or you get a lot. It doesn't really the pattern doesn't really determine that much, because my house could get missed by a ton of thunderstorms and be below average precipitation, but then the town next to me got hit by a bunch of thunderstorms and above average precipitation, so it really just depends. Fish storm. Yeah, this depression at least will for sure be a fish storm. Looks like not 100%, but probably 99%. If we get hit in Louisiana, I'm not leaving. Maybe I'll film some and post it or send it to someone to post. Just don't get hurt, for sure. Oh, yeah. That's what's good about the South. Seafood. Seafood and Cajun flavor. Yeah, I think that I'm trying to think for you. So, Gamer Adam, it's really, yeah, a lot of things could change that. A lot. I mean, probably like last summer we had a lot of troughing and it was kind of a colder summer. This summer has been really hot and really persistent ridging, so that could really play into it. Yeah, Stephen White, or Stephen White. Why do you keep talking about 2011 to 2012? I think it was an El Nino last year or this year. Oh, 2011 to 2012. Yeah, we can look. We can look. 2012. See if this gets anything. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about it is usually the riffraff stays and the good people leave. Yeah, 2011 to 2012, La Nina was a La Nina winner. Weak La Nina. Yeah, that one was a beast. Big beast. All right. So the storm, I'm going to get back to what Hellcat said. Talk about 2011 2012 winter. There's not really much to be said about that winter. It was very mild. It was La Nina. I don't really know what you're getting at. Yeah, a lot of times a strong El Nino will give you a mild winter, or a strong El Nino will give you a mild winter, but really a weak El Nino would bring maybe colder temperatures. We had very hot in 2012. Yeah. Not as strong as the 2014-2015 one. Anyway, what Hellcat was talking about, I want to provide information. Low pressure system, that's not the depression. Are you talking about, let's see. So you can see this one kind of gets out of the way and we immediately have that area of low pressure. Okay, so if this is the one you're talking about, yes, that is a tropical disturbance of some sort. A very weak one. Doesn't really ever get its act together. The chances for an El Nino this year is about a 90%. (2015 to 2016) was very mild. Yes, it was. Are you talking about the ECMWF one? El Nino will give us lots of rain this winter. Yeah. So I do want to see. This one is a possible tropical cyclone that would be around the 5th of September, but it looks to not do anything. Now, if we switch to the ECMWF, I want to see if this is the one that it likes to organize. So no, the ECMWF also has this one, but also has it fizzling out. But the one after it, right here under the Cape Verde Islands, let's see the GFS. So the GFS has this one as well. And has it strengthened pretty good. It likes to pull it north as well to about this position, but we will see where the ECMWF has it. As opposed, I think it has it quite a bit ahead. Yeah, here's this one. And then here's our current storm. And you can see the difference in where this one and the GFS has it. The GFS already has it here, and the European has it about here. So big difference in area. So we will see which one wins this storm. We had 110 miles an hour winds in Miami airport from a low pressure on storms in 98. Yeah. Gust. Yeah, I was about to say sustained. That's pretty much a hurricane at that point. Very strong one. Cool channel. Glad I subscribed. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, daily tropical updates. How strong will the El Nino be? Very weak. I think pretty much very close to a La Nada. But yeah. This current tropical storm, again, here's the model guidance, taking it up here. And you can see that the European is the very, very western model. As far as where it takes it in the GFS, takes it about middle. I don't think the GFS is here. So I just have to. Storm could hit Texas. Which one? This one? Just asking. Again, here's your intensity. Let's see if this is updated at all. No. This tropical storm will most likely not become a hurricane. You can see here's the line, and all but about 4 models keep it lower. The one in FE3, yeah. FE3, you said 0Z? Let's see here. It's 6Z. Wow. I never noticed that it showed that ever. People were probably freaking out last night when it when it showed to get that close to the East Coast. Wow. I think we will have a warm early fall, and then things will start to get cold. Probably a average December followed by a cold January and February, especially February. Yeah, I don't know what you meant when you said Texas landfall. So don't really know what you were getting at. Tiny storm in Gulf. You mean let me see. Oh my goodness, I have way too much stuff. Do you mean this one? No, a hurricane has never hit Michigan. If you're talking about this one, I don't think it will become a storm. And I don't really think it'll hit Texas either. Do you think it will hit New York City? I do not think it'll hit New York City. The chances of it hitting New York City is probably about under 1%, obviously. So, no, I do not think so. I was looking at 0Z a second ago, or the last night's run. Yeah, I mean, it could. I don't see it happening. I mean, it could. See, it has it hitting about right here in Louisiana, Mississippi area. Yeah, it'll kind of hit Miami and then hit right around Louisiana, Mississippi area. GFS 0Z. As the 18Z is coming out. What am I looking for here? It also hits Louisiana on this one. Will there be a tornado with this depression? Most likely no. Oh, so you mean like literally Thursday 0Z? Very confused. Oh yeah. Interesting. The models seem doubtful though. As of right now, I don't know if they had a bigger chance. Then why was Iceland and Greenland cold this year? Well, it's a cold place up there. So that probably helped make it cold. Yeah, so the GFS did show that. Be careful not to look into one run too much. Obviously, they've been trending away from that solution. I'm curious to see what this would show, though, for sure. So also had a Texas. It is going out to sea. Yes, our depression here that we're looking at is going out to sea. Oh, so compared to last year and this year, really, we have really cold waters off the coast of Greenland here, and there's been consistent troughing right here and then ridging right here. So there's kind of like a reverse Greenland block, if you know what that means. As it's thunderstorming outside pretty badly. Louisiana landfall could lead to Baymont heavy rain, possibly. Possibly. Daily tropical updates. Do you actually do daily tropical updates? Or is that just your name? As we see that our storm is exploding here. That's crazy. Wow. Every day. More than once a day, huh? Crazy. Reed Timmer. That's crazy. Little updates, but still updates. It's cool. 33 minutes long. Yeah, what I'm most excited about on weather, like literally right now, is this model, like the GFS updating. Like, yeah, I would just focus on making longer videos because like a lot of them are just like 30 seconds. Like they're never gonna get views if they're that short. Like, you definitely should. Yeah, I would definitely work on making longer videos, like getting more content into them. Like 10 minutes seems to be the best. So if you could achieve that, you would probably become a very popular YouTuber as far as weather goes. Yeah, the old GFS is exciting just because, like, especially with snowstorms, because it's so bad. It's so bad at predicting snowstorms at first, and then it's just gonna pull its way north. But I'm hoping the new one actually doesn't do that. Oh, and this is actually the new one. So as we get the new GFS update, It's about to be a really loud thunder because I just saw lightning. So Luke Cats. Like I said. Oh. Is that your? Yeah. What's your profile picture? Dude, I cannot find your YouTube channel. Like, I don't know if I spell something wrong. Here. Mute my computer real quick, and I'll see if I can find it through this. Oh, once the stream's over, just comment on one of my videos. I'll subscribe to you. I'll just have to find it that way. No, it won't strike New York City. I don't think so. Yeah, the models did have it closer to New York City, but they're definitely not showing that. That's crazy, man. I want to close out of pretty much all of these. See if that'll speed things up. So we're out to hour 66. I want to compare here. Okay, so nothing's different, really. Yep, same. I think it has it. Yeah, it has a lot stronger so far. Out to 72 hours. Same. Looks like it's a bit slower on this one. If anybody has any comments or questions or wants a shout out or anything, you can go ahead and do that. Just to get the discussion rolling more as I draw closer to the end of this live stream. Here we go. Yeah, which run? I would say stay more consistent with the videos. I think that I don't think this year. I don't think this year for sure, but definitely possible. There will never be a year where I'm like, I think New York City's going to get hit by a hurricane. Yeah, yeah, I do think it will be a Mordecai El Nino for sure. Not a true Mordecai El Nino, but for sure a Mordecai El Nino of some sort. A true Mordecai El Nino being like colder on the like literally below average temperatures in the eastern region, the ENSO region. Michigan, let's let me think. I think that you guys will see the areas that typically get lake effect snow will get above average lake effect snow. Everybody else will have slightly below average. The new CMC or like which run? CMC makes me cringe every time. It has a pretty realistic outcome with this one though. It gets pulled in by this high pressure system and then just goes around it. It's not nothing too crazy here. And then it's well out to sea. Now, it also has this one hitting Louisiana, just as some other models do as well. Now with this second one, so it doesn't like to develop the second one quite as much as some of the other models do. As by this point, you can see this one's well developed on the Euro. On the CMC, there was I'm looking for this Irma 2. Help me find which run. Because of the MJO is favorable in the and that as well, warm sea surface temperatures also. But for sure the MJO is in a very favorable place over that area, so it's a lot of things. Usually the Pacific Ocean gets a lot more action kind of earlier in the season, but not this time. Not this time. This? Oh boy. Well, that's not that's not Irma too. I was looking for like a massive hurricane. It's about to slam into Florida. Yeah, yeah, Weatherman 746. I did see that as well. A Weather Hub TV. Yeah, Bobby Livingsworth. That is definitely good advice. But yeah, yesterday's run was it 0Z? And this isn't really a popular approach angle to the US either. Like, if it was going this way, I highly doubt it would actually hit the United States. Oh, 18Z. Oh, FV3. Sorry. Yeah, that'll be something interesting to watch. And that's the third low pressure system, because you see this one comes in and doesn't really do anything, just like we saw all the other models do. But this one, it would just be awful to see it hit Puerto Rico as well. Absolutely awful. Yeah, you told me again, man. Yesterday I wasn't on looking at the models. I was actually at work doing stuff. Which run? Which run does the hero show it as well? Yesterday, 12Z maybe. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The year only goes out 240 hours, so that's why I was looking for it to be like over here. But yeah, for sure. We're gonna let the GFS run play out, and then we're gonna end this, guys. But then you can see after 40 west starts to turn north. Yeah, exactly. Puerto Rico would just be like nowhere land. The Pacific is getting so much development because the MJO is very favorable, as well as warm sea surface temperatures. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Steven can't stop talking about 2012. Okay. Yeah, I was looking earlier. The one that's going to hit Japan to very populated areas. Very interesting stuff. Hey, Weather Up TV, thank you. Thank you for checking it out. Since you guys seem to know a lot about hurricanes, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Again, the Pacific has had MJO in a favorable phase pretty much, I'm pretty sure, throughout this entire year. So thank you, Gamer Adam. Thank you, Luke Katz. Hey, Dylan, what's going on, man? Just waiting for this GFS to update. Usually the vorticity updates first, so. Yeah, Indiana's going to be in a ridge for quite a while. Yeah, the euro doesn't really show much. I'm just waiting for it to make sure it turns just the way I think it will. I know it usually finishes around 7, but gonna maybe go out to like 126 hours or something like that, and then we'll end the video. The stream's been going on for quite a long time, so thank you guys for all the live chat, keeping it super active. If you're talking about Tropical Depression 6, then yes, I do think that it will become a tropical storm. Um, Pretty strong one, in fact. Here we go. So you can see compared to the 12Z, we have an earlier turn, it looks like. No, pretty much the same. At this stage, you can usually tell which direction they're going to go in, but not when they're over Africa. You have to wait until after. No, I don't think it'll become a tropical storm. Then not that one. I will watch your stream tonight. Daily tropical updates for sure. I do not watch the Weather Channel regularly at all. Yeah, there's a lot of good, people who understand weather on YouTube that tend to be a lot better than the weather channels. So thank you, Weather Up TV. I appreciate it. 4.5K. Very proud of that. Can't wait to hit 5,000. There's our northern turn. So looks like nothing changed. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here, guys. I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching and staying here. Uh, Congrats on that daily tropical updates. Keep on the grind, man. Keep on the grind. Gonna go ahead and end this one here. I appreciate you guys being here to watch the streams. We're gonna do more stuff like this. I love having the discussion with you guys and everything. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.